Hi guys, I just bought a new daily. It's an Alpina B3 3-litre SWITCH-TRONIC saloon, and I thought I'd show you around it. Right, I just thought I'd park it in the shade because it's really hot here. It's probably the hottest day of the year. It's supposed to be like 36 degrees today. Anyway, so here we go. It's a Calypso Rot saloon, one of 22 right-hand drive made. It's had 6 owners before me. The first owner was a guy called Nicky Oppenheimer, who was president of the De Beers Diamond Trading Company. It was his company car. As you can see, it's in pretty good condition. It's had a bit of paint, some of it not the best, so I am going to rectify the bits I'm not too happy with, but overall it's really not bad considering this is now 25 years old. So the colour is Calypso Rot. Not my first choice, but I am colourblind, so it doesn't make a great deal of difference to me. The B3 was designed as an alternative to an M3, but it wasn't designed to do exactly the same job. It was for those who wanted something more drivable. The torque curve is flatter than a 3-litre M3. You don't have to rev it quite so hard to get the power out of it. Having said that, it does make less power than an M3, but there's not a huge difference in it day-to-day driving. But it's not really a car that was designed for the track, should I say. So Alpina took an M50 TU B25. They bored and stroked it, 86 and 86mm respectively. The compression ratio is still 10.5 to 1. They put their own camshafts in it, and it makes 241 horsepower at 5,800 revs and about 227 pound-foot, I think. It's very similar in architecture to a US S50. Makes pretty much the same horsepower. It's still got the single throttle body, so it is comparable to that with regards to performance. We've got some nice little touches here, the oil pressure sensor there and the oil temperature, which feeds to a nice little pod on the dash, which I'll show you in a bit. And it also takes 1060 racing oil, similar to the M3. You also got a limited slip differential as standard. One thing Alpina never seemed to touch was the brakes, and these are standard 325 items, and obviously this is a pre-facelift, so it's still got solid rears on it. I could update them to the later 323, 328 vented rears, but as a daily it doesn't really matter, they're perfectly adequate. With regards to external changes, you got this deep chin spoiler here, which is just an addition to the standard SE bumper, and you could also option a rear spoiler, which this one hasn't got, but I prefer it without the spoiler. The wheels are 8J front and 9J rear, and they're supposed to have 235 fronts and 265 rears, but you can't get, they don't make a 265 35 profile. I'm fairly sure it's 35. There you go. You can't actually get those tyres anymore, so it's shod in a 225 front, 45, and then a 245 40 rear, which is pretty much as close as you're going to get, and to be honest, it's over-tyred as standard anyway. The previous owner has retrofitted these rear parking sensors, but it is as per dealer, so the bonga, or whatever you want to call it, is in the correct place. Everything is as it should be, and it's a pretty good system, to be honest. It's also still got its original Alpina Boyson exhaust all the way, and it looks in great condition. And these badges as well look to be original, as you can see by the slight wear here. But I love them. A lot of people have sort of mixed feelings about them, but I think they look great. So a few options specified on this car were sunroof, these lovely Alpina cloth sport seats, electric, and the gearbox, SWITCH-TRONIC gearbox, which was about three to 4 grand, I think, 3.5 grand-ish, and then the climate control, which works great as well. This is quite nice, these have all been replaced, look. All nice and tidy. Hello. So this is another thing I love. This is the readout that gives oil temperature, oil pressure, differential temperature, and then that's the gear you're in. Now originally when the car was first released, the buttons were on the front and they quickly changed them to be on the back because they thought that was, well, it is better. You know, this is quite, it's not intuitive having them here, but on the back your middle finger just rests nicely on the buttons and it's nice and easy to use. So the SWITCH-TRONIC system was developed between Alpina, ZF and Bosch. And to be honest, it was revolutionary in its time. The only other comparable system which I've read wasn't as good was the Tiptronic from Porsche should I say. Although the changes aren't comparable to, say, a modern DSG or something, they're still very good and a lot quicker than, you know, a stock 325 that you're shifting through here. I mean, it takes half a second, I'd say, between shifts. It's plenty quick enough. It's pretty much as quick as you could shift in a manual car, you know, without doing any damage, sort of thing. So economy here, that would just be a normal automatic, and then you push it forward and that would put you in SWITCH-TRONIC. And there's your plaque, number 261. These were built in Walkaround, unlike earlier right-hand drive cars. Like I had a B10 E34 and that was built at Sytner in Nottingham, so it was assembled from parts sent over from Alpina. Just after I bought the car, I took it to Crown Rustproofing to get it all protected, ready for the winter, as I intend to use it every day. They do a really thorough job, as you can see. All the box sections, inside the doors, inside the chassis rails is all coated. I felt I owed it to the car, and I think it was well worth the money. Two other things I've done is change the rear drop links and change the oil and filter. Right, let's go for a short drive.